once we set sail. It'll be great.
I like this because you can see that Sora has perfectly normal pants on the floor. Like tan shorts and like green overshirt and a t-shirt.
Sora, dinner's ready. Come on down. Sora?
And then there's this inclusion of, reminder, main character has a parent, which effectively is the worst thing that they have ever done with the series because good lord. Good lord. That is the one and only time parents are ever shown. Actually, not true. There is one grandparent shown.
And Kyrie.
With the exception of that, it's the only time you see family with these characters. And then never again, which effectively makes things so unbelievably stupid. And it just means that you get a lot of really bad memes that I have endured for over a decade. Pain doesn't stop.
Where's Kyrie? I thought she was with you.
The door is open.
What?
The door is open, Sora. Now we can go to the outside world.
What are you talking about? We gotta find Kyrie.
Kyrie's coming with us. Once we step through, we might not be able to come back.
I like how in the span of like an hour, Riku's
There's no
gone
turning
from
back.
normal teenage guy
But
to
this may be our only chance.
seasoned
stop us.
seasoned
I'm
man
not
in
afraid of
the
the darkness.
local darkness cult. He's got all the rhetoric down. The door has opened, and all this other stuff's like, man, you're real into this, man. Weren't we just having races and talking about sharing fruit like 3 hours ago? I mean, my friend's dead, but at least I have this cool-looking prop. As a functional blade, this form of the Keyblade, not great. As a blunt object to beat things with, it's the best you got. So now we actually have the ability to beat up the enemies, which you couldn't do with the wooden sword for one, plot reasons, which kind of get trivialized in other places, and just because, you know, there's no magic. Alright, so he said the door is open. Clearly it's over here and it's closed. I don't think he paid much attention to that. I find this door being here to be utterly pointless. Because there's nothing different. It's not like we've opened to a new dimension with that door being there. But I think it's just a cool way of saying, hey, if we put the door here, people will think to go this way.
Kyrie. Sora.
Nah, he was right, it opened.
Whoa!
Now, for realsies, here's the first boss. It's Dark Side. This time for sure, and this time you can immediately go and start teching these hits. Since there's no enemies around, it's actually really easy to do it. But you gotta space yourself, otherwise it's really hard to hit all 3 of those. Like, you saw me screw that up. It's really good at getting the damage, and then getting some extra experience if you don't want to trouble yourself with the enemies he's about to summon. As he opens up the dark void. Oh man, a strength up? That's exactly what we needed at this point. Something I haven't made note of. With the re-releases, they completely reorchestrated all of the tracks, and they are no longer MIDI tracks from the original, or, you know, super synthesized, you know, music tracks. They're full orchestra, which is really, really cool. Which fixes a lot of songs that weren't that great. I kind of like the idea that you don't even beat Darkseid in that fight. Just things get too bad and he gets sucked into that same orb as you. So it almost implies that you're not truly strong enough to take that thing out yet. Because you fight it in a dream, and you fight it there, but there's no true resolution here. And you do fight Darkseid a little bit later on in the game, and by little I mean a lot later. And it kind of explains things, I think, a little bit. Something that I didn't immediately pick up on, and by that I mean I picked up on that just now and I'm running with it. Just let me have this.
Oh, Donald, you know, I bet you that,
What do you know, you big Toyota?
what do I know? Come on, Pluto!
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's a dog.
What a dream. Ah! This isn't a dream.
I forgot that this dog just assaults you. Sore's poor ribs.
Where am I?
Just thinking about it, like,
Oh,
man.
boy. Do you know where we are? Oh, hey!
And that's Pluto. He kind of just runs around. And, you know, for memes, people say that he's the source of all evil. Yeah, this is totally weird, what with it being in a city. Oh, the fact that you've been whisked away to a new world. Yeah, that's dumb. This is a recolor of Tidus. I don't know what they were thinking with this. As a kid, it confused the hell out of me. This is a woman with excellent hips. I believe she is what is known as a waifu. She is kind of old. She's a bit of a cougar if I can get like a first, but she's a bit of a cougar there. You can see the age. She's got like her cheeks are puffing into her lips there. I am the only person to fucking focus this long on that character model. This is a Moogle. He is an independent man. I love when they go hebba. Here's some ugly old guy. Town has grown as people lost their home and come here. What even are your pants? What even are your knees in that thing? It's that or the fact that he's wearing a potato sack as pants. There's a lot of things that bother me about that. Then there's this guy. This unbelievably large man who's just next to barrels. I don't know. Hey man, you got a sticker on your floor. He's like, it's only a kid. They never have money. It's like, please don't call me old. I have a decent frame. I appreciate it. He's like, well, good luck with whatever the fuck you're doing. I'll take care of you if you need anything, though. It's like both extremely hands-off and then extremely hands-on. So we can't go to the second floor of this yet. We can look at equipment. We don't have anything new. Abilities, we don't have a single ability to our name, but we are level 5. Trying to look at our abilities over here. And we gained something at level 6, so the game definitely paced itself properly of like, you'll probably be in the next section by the time you get your first ability. Wonder if there's anything in these boxes. Nothing. What the hell is this even supposed to be? Like a flexing sun? He's like, hey, look at me. How's it going, man? Well, we got a weapon. We're in a new town. That's great. That one dude with the potato sack pants is fucking dead. That's a bad guy. That's an intro in itself. So this is the second district of Traverse Town, and it's pretty big. It's a pretty big zone. It's got the hotels on the right side. Left side, it has like little shopping areas that you can't do anything with, and some chests you can do some platforming on. Alright. As a kid, it took me forever to get to the next section of this, which, if you go into the various areas, you'll go into a room and then see Donald and Goofy pop out of a different area, and it's like, you always just barely miss them. But fun fact, you only need to go into there, beat up some Heartless, and then enemies suddenly appear here in the first district, which is usually a safe zone. Then you come back in here, and I believe you talk to him, and he's like, keep your chin up, take another look around town, and then you leave, and then that pushes the next event. So you can spend anywhere from 1 minute to an hour getting to this specific cutscene.
And they'll keep on coming at you, as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade. But why? Why would it choose a kid like you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Now, let's see that Keyblade.
What? There's no way you're getting this.
Alright. Then have it your way.
And just like that, we're thrown into a fight against Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, which is kind of why they do those cool cut, you know. They don't show his face immediately, and they show different shots of his character. Just for the people who, you know about his character, like, oh man, is it? So this is a fight that you can win or lose. He doesn't attack too hard on you. He isn't too aggressive, but he has this long-range fireball that you gotta be careful of, which you can knock back. Kind of want to see if I can do it, though. See if I can bait it. Damn, I was very close. I'm gonna go ahead and heal so I can win. And I cannot. I'm used to playing this on easier difficulties. Mainly for speedrun stuff.
Hey,
where I remember you can
it.
just
Nice going,
you can
Leon.
just pile on him, but you can't do that there. He kind of just three-shots you.
Still, it looks like things are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
Depending on the dialogue there, he'll, be a bit less optimistic if you lose, just because, oh man, you're not strong. With the Final Mix inclusion, with the Final Mix version, they added additional cutscenes that are not voiced. And this happens to be one of them. Kingdom Hearts 2 also has these, but they actually voiced their cutscenes. But they can't voice some of these because characters like Sora have a completely different voice now. Haley Joel Osment is no longer, 13. I like that they decided to add a wind effect whenever the characters who are silent talk. This is a very unnecessary cutscene in a way, but adding it actually adds some suspense to it and adds some to the story where it's like, oh, that's really good, you know,
There's
setup.
nobody here. Sure is
Suits and
spooky.
dresses, hot dogs, and handbags. I
I'm not
was
scared.
just reading the signs. That's a
Excuse
scared
me?
duck.
Did the king send you?
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up. You okay?
I guess.
Those creatures that attacked you are after the Keyblade. But it's your heart they really want. Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie. I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
That's Leon.
The Keyblade.
Yeah, we had to get it away from you to shake off those creatures. It turns out that's how they were tracking you.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. But it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe that you, of all people, are the chosen one.
Oh,
Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
why don't you start making sense? What's going on here?
Okay. You know there are many other worlds out there, besides your castle in this town, right?
Yeah?
But they're supposed to be a secret.
They've been secret, because they've never been connected. Until now. When the Heartless came, everything changed.
The Heartless?
The ones who attacked you, you remember?
Those without hearts.
The darkness in people's hearts. That's what attracts them.
And there is darkness within every heart.
Hey, have you heard of someone named Ansem?
And Sam?
He was studying the Heartless. He recorded all of his findings in a very detailed report.
Gosh, can we see it?
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
Scattered?
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to find them.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
We've got to find him quick.
Red! First we need the key.
That's right. The Keyblade.
So, this is the key.
Exactly.
The Heartless have great fear of the Keyblade. That's why they'll keep coming after you, no matter what.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room. Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kairi!
You know what? I really don't know.
I've heard that the Keyblade can open all sorts of locks. Oh. Alright. Give it a try. Alright. Let's open this. There's an elixir. That's really useful. Not yet. It'd be a wasteful healing item. Hey. It's dangerous out of this specific hotel room. Alright? Don't. Are you ready to play the video game again? Yeah.
Yuffie, go!
Yuffie!
Sora, let's go!
And that's how that duck died. Don't bother. Find the big thing. I mean, I'd like to bother with some of the small fry. I haven't killed nearly enough enemies. I need to get some of these points. Especially given how many hits I have to deal just to take one of these guys out. So, we've been introduced to a couple of different Heartless types so far. We have the Shadows, and then these are the Soldier type enemies. We interrupt this video to bring you a brand new segment here in the Let's Play known as the Heartless Decks, in which I give you all the information you need to know about new enemies that appear as they appear in our adventure. So, all of the artist depictions have been done by me, and the descriptions are found in the journal of the game. So without further ado, the first Heartless of the game. This is a Shadow. The Shadow is a Heartless that emerges from various places. They sneak up to their enemies and strike them with sharp claws. They are extremely tenacious, often chasing their prey to the end. Coming up next is the Soldier, the Heartless we have just been introduced to. The Soldier are Heartless that emerge from various places. They are brisk in their movements and rush into their opponents. However, they are not that tenacious. They often appear in numbers, though they lack teamwork. But this is the first Heartless to adorn the iconic Heartless emblem design, which we get more information about why some have emblems and why some don't as we continue through the series of games. I hope you'll join me for more future segments whenever they pop up. Which are, they're pretty good. They're the pretty standard when it comes to the designs. When it comes from what kind of Heartless I like, I'd say I put these above Shadows. I don't know how to feel about the red nails though. Alright, so certain enemies drop items for item synthesis. We can't do item synthesis for a while, but the red items they drop are for synthesis, and then I believe it's blue items are just regular consumables that you can pick up. So that brought us back down here in the first district. Let's see if we can nail at least a couple of enemies here before we move on. Though I do like that we're basically on the third episode and we're about to reach the end of what is basically the tutorial for the game. I consider it still on rails because they're setting up story at this point. But I think we'll just rush there so we can get this done on the third video. So we'll run past these guys and head into the third and final district in this game. And find that leader.
Yep. Oh. Gosh, are these the Heartless guys?
Let's go get him!
Group shot. We got to use that in the commercials. See, you use it in commercials. Alright. So our focus is we can hit triangle to basically say, hey, party members, screw them up. Which, this early is actually very useful because they're stronger than me. They got magic and special attacks. And we're going to need them to take down the second boss of the game, technically. Guard armor. Hello and welcome back to the Heartless Decks. This is going to be the boss of Traverse Town, and Okay, so here's confessions here. We're not doing this for the whole LP. We're just doing it for this video. One, because this art actually takes some time, and I start having fun doing it. And doing the Heartless Dex entries for just one episode of this took over an hour and a half. You don't know. At least it made this video fun, but don't expect this to ever show up again. Unless we do a nobody Dex in a couple of Let's Plays from now. Which has a completely different color scheme. His original was kind of like a purple and black. Now it's Yankee Doodle. He has multiple moving parts, each with their own health pool, effectively making this boss really annoying. Because in the beginning, it's like, oh, you don't feel like you're making much progress until you break one down, and then it'll drop some health for us and all those good stuff. So I'm just gonna hope that if I can just jump in place a bunch of times and slam on the X button, and hopefully I won't die. I would love it if this duck would have healed me. Hey, Donald Duck. Donald Duck? Donald Duck. Donald Leonard Duck. You wanna... that's gonna... Fine, Donald Duck. I'll do it. Already getting off on the wrong foot. I mean, we just met. We haven't even introduced ourselves. So maybe he just isn't down to clown with me yet. Now, there's this running joke that Donald Duck does not heal properly in Kingdom Hearts games. I tend to disagree. I think he does a fine job. Anecdotally, I have been saved more than not saved by him, but, you know, you never know with these kind of things, you know. A lot of people say he just never heals you, so I guess it's just a luck-based thing. So we keep breaking parts down. Need to take down this leg. Doing a tech hit or parrying one of their attacks with your own attack will actually just disable them for a few hits. Alright, so now we're down to the core. The torso, and he doesn't really have much he can do. He has a spin attack, which I think is coming up right now, which does a decent amount of damage, but we should have this. There we go. Double level up, too. Gotta love when they just drop random rings and bracelets.
So, you were looking for me?
They too have been seeking the wielder of the Keyblade.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I wonder if I could find Riku and Kairi.
Who calls a ship a vessel anymore? What is this, 1947?
Are you sure?
Who knows? But we need them to come with us to help us find the kid.
Sora, go with them. Especially if you want to find your friends.
Yeah, I guess.
But you can't come along looking like that. Understand?
Oh,
No frowning, no sad face, okay?
yeah, you gotta look funny, like us. Yup. Whoa.
Yes, but ones on happy faces.
Happy?
You know, this scene doesn't get better. I don't think anyone liked this scene
Okay, why not?
when they
I'll go
first
with
saw
you
it
guys.
in 2002. I still don't like it now.
I'm Sora.
I wouldn't use the word cringe because everyone uses that stupid word, but I will say it looks bad. His gum game is on point, but that's all he has.
That little squirt took down that Heartless. Who'd have thought it?
Such is the power of the Keyblade. The child's strength is not his own.
Why don't we turn him into a Heartless? That'll settle things.
And
Sorry.
the rats friends are the king's lackeys. Slug on the eyes, they're all Bill's rats by the look of them.
You're no prize yourself.
Shut up!
Enough! The Keyblade has chosen him. Will it be he who conquers the darkness? Or will the darkness swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
Make sure you're prepared to do your adventure. It'd be bad if you, like, died immediately. Would you like one of my 18 belts? Nah, they're too expensive. They give you money in case you actually care about buying things in this game. And we get to learn the gummy ship is at the exit place. Because this game actually includes hard exits to the worlds. Whereas I believe in future games you just hit a save point and then say leave. You also learn fire magic. To be fair, I think Chain of Memories you can leave, but that game's format's different. It's an anomaly. An anomaly that we will talk about in like 30 episodes when we beat this game. Well, I don't think they know I'm still here. I like how Jiminy Cricket wears socks. That's neat. Alright, so before we get ready to cap off here, gotta introduce this concept. The ultimate sign of friendship is Trinities. Trinity marks are all over the game's world. There's different color ones, and you unlock different colors as you progress. We only have access to blue ones, and blue ones just... they lead to you getting stuff. Getting, like, treasures and stuff by jumping. Usually in the form of stuff just falling from the sky. Which is neat. There's a couple of them over here. And they're useful on your way to getting everything done in the game. The original game had one of them you could miss, which I think everyone knows about in one of the later worlds, but they fixed it for this edition of the game, thank God. And picked up a postcard. Postcards can be given to this this mailman with a tongue. You give him 10 postcards, you get some cool items. It's yet another thing to do to waste a little bit of time, like a little mini side quest here that is kind of fun. Like there's another one like right here. And just a bunch scattered throughout Traverse Town that you can go pick up. Anyway, we're gonna get ready to wrap up here. Episode number 3 of Kingdom Hearts. And we're making good progress. We can actually get started with the main game proper in the next one. So with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And next time we will see if we can buy a couple of things here in the various shops. And then I guess we'll get started with the first world of the game. I'm having a great time. Throwing in a couple of riffs and jokes during cutscenes and stuff. Hope people are enjoying the LP so far. A bit more on the informative side, but we can have some more goofs and gaffs in future episodes now that we've gotten through the meat of explaining some of the earlier mechanics of the game. And yeah, hope you enjoy and see you in the next one, everybody. Goodbye.